Today I'm going to tell you which CNFTs I would buy at any budget, whether it's an 8 ADA budget or a 5,000 ADA budget. Let's go. Hey guys, so normally I would be doing the weekly brew video today, but now I'm moving the weekly brew to Friday. So instead of that, today I'm going to be telling you which CNFTs I would buy at any budget, starting with the 8 ADA budget and moving all the way up to pretty much an infinite budget. Now, before we dive in, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. A lot of you have already, and if you haven't, just do it now. Do it. Do it. All right, so here we are at the 8 ADA budget. If you only have 8 ADA to spend, I would recommend the refresh. You can pick one up for only 8 ADA. It's very unique, and you know I like unique projects. Basically changes every time you refresh it. Generative art. I think it's really cool looking, and I like the creator. Now, I'm also going to recommend an investment pick, and that obviously not investment advice, just what I would do if I only had 8 ADA to spend and I wanted to buy a CNFT that would grow in value. In this case, I would buy the Equine Pioneer skin. You can get one for 8 ADA right now. Anything Equine for 8 ADA, I would buy. Next to the 10 ADA budget, I would take a look at the Angel Baby Hit Squad collabs. You can get them for as low as 5 ADA, but you know, up to 10 ADA, if that's your budget. Check out the Angel Baby Hit Squad collabs. Some really cool artwork that you can get for really cheap. That's what I would be doing with 10 ADA. Now, spending 10 ADA on something just to enjoy, I would buy a Pandorea. 10 ADA floor, I believe, so it's a no-brainer for me. Love that project. Now, with 15 ADA, as an investment opportunity, I would be buying Mastodon Buttons, Lore Hunt. These are somewhat historic. They're great looking. Love the team. With only 15 ADA to spend, you would be making a good decision going with this project. Now, on the artistic side, something that I would buy purely for my own enjoyment, I would go with the Awoken Algorithms collection. I'm sure everybody knows this collection by now. Really cool on-chain algo art that I would be happy to have for only 15 ADA. Now, with a 20 ADA budget, I would check out Tavern Squad as an investment opportunity. You can pick one up for only 20 ADA, which is significantly below the floor price. I've talked to the team. I really like what they're doing, and I've just been bullish on this project for a long time, and I still am. I just think we are going through a difficult time in the market right now, and the secondary market prices are suffering, but that could be your opportunity. Pick one up now for only 20 ADA. I think you'll be happy in the long run. Now, on the art side, for my own enjoyment, I would be picking up Visage or Visage. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I love this really cool art project, hand-drawn, really quirky PFPs. So the art collector in me would be really happy, and I actually might do that now after recording this video, pick up one of these for under 20 ADA. Now, with only 30 ADA, I would be picking up the Mesmerizer from CCVault. They have hinted at some utility for these, but regardless of that being the only official project of CCVault, I think it's worth taking a chance on. You can pick one up for less than 30 ADA and hopefully have some utility with it in the future. And it also doesn't hurt that it's really cool generative art as well. Now, for my own enjoyment, I'll be getting a handy for less than 30 ADA. Yes, I said it. I'll be getting a handy for less than 30 ADA. I just think that these are really funny, but also just quality and yeah, just fun to look at. Now, with a 50 ADA budget, I'll be checking out Bitfins. Got a great team. It's not just a good looking project, but I think they are very innovative. So I expect great things moving forward. So I'm suspecting that a 35 ADA floor is pretty low right now. So picking up maybe a rare one, uncommon one for under 50 ADA would be a great pickup. And for my own enjoyment, I'll be picking up an Earth Native. Only 2,666 available, and they're just great looking. I love the art. The artist did a great job, and it's very talented. So I think these are pretty undervalued, but yeah, regardless of price, with a 50 ADA budget, I'd be picking one up. And this is where it's getting pretty hard. Shout out to Universe 25 and Woodlords, two other great options I would be very seriously considering in this budget range. Now, it doesn't get any easier with a 100 ADA budget, but I would be picking up a pretty decent SOHO kid. I believe in Oxy. I think there are some exciting things coming up. I think they got some pretty good potential. So picking one up now when floor has gone down from 400 ADA to what, 83 right now would be a good time. Shout out to Growing Pains and Cardano Trees. I would definitely be considering them as well in this price range. Now for my own enjoyment, I'd be picking up a We the People, either collection 6 or 7. All the previous collections are above 100 ADA. So I'd be picking up just the coolest one I could find in collection 6 or 7. I love Joseph Miranda's work, great art, and with the upcoming Digital Lowlives project, I think these as the OG project are just going to increase in value. One of the more unique projects out there in terms of art, in terms of marketing, everything, the community is Old Money. With a budget of 200 ADA as an investment, I'd be putting it into Old Money right now. Yes, you would have picked them up at cheaper a week ago, but I think they will also be more expensive another week from now. I really like what the team is doing. I really like the community. So I think this is another maybe Go Trap situation, just with a very different flavor. So 179 under 200 ADA for one of these, I think is a good deal. For my own enjoyment, I would be picking BlockOwls with a 200 ADA budget. I just think this is one of the, if not the highest quality animated NFTs on Cardano, and it's definitely one of the OGs as well in this category. They are just so cool, sound included, just quality. So I'd be happy to get one for under 200 ADA. Shout out to Odd Boys. You can get 1 or 2 at 200 ADA or below. Really cool art, in my opinion. Very different. Now with a 300 ADA budget, I'd probably be picking up a Cardano bit. Anywhere from 229 to 300, you'd be able to find a pretty decent Cardano bit. And this is truly one of the OG projects on Cardano. I think having that history is always going to maintain a strong floor. Onside Algorithms is another project I consider, both for this category and like my personal favorite category. 250 ADA for an unsig is really cheap. The reason why I decided to go with Cardano bits is just the wallet distribution. In unsigs, I'm not a huge fan of. So many unsig whales that I think actually have been trying to sell off some of their collection in recent weeks, causing this downtrend in prices. Now, it probably comes as no surprise that I'll be picking hype skulls for the 300 ADA category, and maybe showing an OG would be more appropriate because I'll be buying an Origin series that you can then vaporize. Now with a 400 ADA budget, I'd be picking up an equine horse for less than 400 ADA. I think this is going to be a good investment in the long run, especially when the team comes out with, more dev updates and sneak peeks. I think you're going to see several price spikes and you can easily sell for a profit during one of those. Now, in terms of my favorite, I'd be going with an egg from Benjamin's group. It's going to offer utility, sure, but it's also Zcor artwork. One of the best just in the space, and it's so good, especially for a 10K collection. I'd be picking one of these up. Now, between 400 and 500 ADA, you actually don't have a lot of options, but Ugly Bros would be my suggestion for an investment. The Ugly Bros team has one of the most active, engaged teams in the space, and they are working on a lot of different things. We just saw the community collab collection drop. So picking up one of the 1000 OGs, I think would be a good investment in the long run. You can get one for as low as 420 ADA right now. Now, as my favorite, I'd be picking up a Death Squad, one of the OGs. Only 44 owners. Floor is 400. Yeah, I'd definitely be picking up a cool one. Maybe Laser Eyes over here, because I just think they're cool. Shout out to Lewis, fellow Viking in the Viking squad. Great artist now, full-time CNFTs. Now, the price of chilled Kongs has gone down slightly, so I think now would be a good time to pick up a chilled Kong as an investment for under 1000 ADA. Anywhere from 550 to 1000 ADA, you could pick up a really nice chilled Kong. Now, as a favorite in this price range, I'd be going with the Mechanism Genesis by Overexposed. What can I say? I'm a huge Ren fan. I believe in this project. Check out my chat with him and Jeff on this channel. I just think his work is really amazing. Obviously, there's a whitelist token for future projects, future drops, but just the NFT in itself is quality, and it even includes music. Now, with 5,000 ADA to spend, now you're obviously in the big leagues and you can afford some true blue chip projects. And as an investment, I would be picking up a nice Clay Nation. I think they are severely undervalued compared to some other projects you see out there. It's one of the strongest projects with the strongest floor prices in the entire space. So I'd be picking up a Clay Nation if you have 5,000 ADA to spend. Now these could obviously be reversed, but with 5,000 ADA, I would probably personally like to buy another DeadPXL. I'm a huge fan of the project. I only have one. I would love to have a second one. So with 5,000 ADA, I would be picking a DeadPXL. Now with an infinite amount of ADA to spend, I would go with, drumroll please, SpaceBudz, obviously. Probably the least surprising pick out of all of them. SpaceBudz is a no-brainer if you have an unlimited amount of ADA to spend, 5, 10, 20, 50,000 ADA to spend. I would be picking the OG project, the blue chip CNFT in SpaceBudz. Now you could argue I should go with a berry, but there are a couple of reasons why I wouldn't do that. First, just to minimize risk. Even though I say infinite amount of ADA to spend, I wouldn't be spending 200,000 ADA on a CNFT to be completely honest. I would be picking up, you know, a 20, 30, 40K SpaceBudz, and I would rather pick 5 of those instead of one berry. It's really in a category on its own. You have 3 blue chip projects, in my opinion, on Cardano. That is SpaceBudz, Clay Nation, and DeadPXLz. And this project, SpaceBudz, it's probably out of those 3 in a category on its own as the OG project. So if I only had to buy one CNFT for whatever amount, I would be buying a SpaceBudz. So that's it for this video. These are all of my picks for any budget. So no matter your budget, hopefully this gives you an insight into how I think about these different projects and different price ranges. What would you do? Let me know in the comments. What is your typical budget and what project are you buying? Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hit that like and subscribe button if you did. The weekly brew is coming. It's just coming on Fridays from now on. So I'll be reviewing that week and looking ahead at the next week in the CNFT space. See you guys in that one.